Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, morning. It's what? It is Recap Friday. Good morning, everyone. So, I am going to basically just recap what I talked about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yesterday, Thursday, was about just having a heart to heart. Okay, so let's begin. Monday, I went over a website that I visited to do some research about 7 secrets self-motivated entrepreneurs know, right? The first one is they know what they are meant to do in life. Okay, I basically talked about motivation answers the why. Okay, the purpose of one's existence is a fundamental principle of life. Know why you're living in order to truly live. Okay, choose a destiny, then define your purpose. Okay, chart your course. Once the why is answered, you unlock the first door on the path to constant motivation. The second secret is, they know what they're supposed to do each day. So when you know what you're supposed to do in life, you can determine what you're supposed to do each day. Does that make sense to you? They know what they're supposed to do each day. What is that? I stress it every day. Wake up in the morning, do your morning formula, okay? And then you follow the steps of what is in the module. Number 3, they prepare mentally for each day, which is the same thing what I just said. Morning formula. Mentally prepping before your day begins is key to dominating during the day. So for me personally, I say my prayers in the morning. You know, I get up 6 o'clock in the morning. I have a prayer line that my church does, and we give thanks. And that actually does help me personally. You don't have to do it if you don't believe in that and stuff, but I'm just saying that helps me personally. Then I take my dog out, boom, do my morning formula, and then come here and visit you all. All right, 4. They refuse to rely on self-discipline alone. Self-discipline will fail you, but a deep and underlying motivation will sustain you. Use self-discipline to enhance your efforts, but don't rely on it. Okay, number 5. They are the authors of their own rule book. Self-motivated people set their own standards. High standards is hard to maintain, yet they produce massive amount of motivation, which helps fuel high achievement. Okay, number 6. Okay, they develop insane goals. Goal setting does something to the mind. Okay. Dustin Wax wrote this. Setting a goal invests ourselves into the target as if we'd already accomplished it. And then number 7, they never lose sight of the goal. You keep these goals in mind at all time. A vision board, okay? Keep your goals on the forefront of your mind. You'll never lose motivation, okay? All right, so that's Monday. Now Tuesday is Tip Tuesday. What did I talk about Tip Tuesday? The 7 tips of becoming a great closer. I think I only took 6 out of this. But the first tip is making a commitment to greatness. Remember I said you have to get committed to being great, not just average. Sales can be painful for, the bottom and the average performers, but massively rewarding for those that are great. Those that live, breathe, and eat their profession become great. All right? All great success is preceded by a commitment to being great, reinforced each day by the continuing commitment to being great. If you aren't great, then you're average. Do you want that? I don't want that. Number 2, get multiple and creative closing strategies. Remember, I warned you about that. If you are a very successful closer, you can do this at the top of the mountain. Taylor Welch advised, if you're still at the bottom level and you haven't reached any kind of momentum, do not experiment. Stick to the format of the module until you reach that level of success, then you can experiment. So I said that first, so now this will make sense if you're at the top. If you only have 3 or 4 strategies for closing the resistant buyer, you cannot stay in transaction long enough to close. A great closer will have more closing strategies than a customer has objections. Okay, discover their pain. I wrote this as a note. Discover their pain, accurate diagnosis, twist the knife into their pain. Number 3, Believe price is the issue. It's not the issue. But this is what the title is. If the buyer is certainty, the product or service will solve the problem. If the buyer is certain the product or service will solve the problem, they will pay the price. Okay? A great closer is convinced that price is never the reason people will not buy. Price is a myth, proven out every day by consumers that are over budget. Okay? So price is not an issue. You just have to figure out what the prospect's financial situation is before you do a close. Okay. One thing is Eli said, hey, ask if you have credit. Ask them if they have credit. If they have credit, then they can borrow from that credit, build the business, and then pay right back, because it's almost guaranteed that what Traffic and Funnels delivers is successful. Number 4, sell your story. Quit buying the customer story. Okay, sell your story as a closer. Don't buy into the customer story. Still have empathy with them, but you're in command, right? In every sale, someone is closed. The question is always, who is doing the selling? Salespeople who buy into customer story will limit their production. Don't ignore or lack empathy with the situation. I just said that. Average producers become convinced, sold on the customer's reasons for not buying, and abandon their own belief in the product and company. Fix this one thing and your production will soar. Get it? So don't fall into the trap of, oh, I don't have the money. Remember, always ask questions, and listen. All right, number 5, tie financial goals to closing sales. Okay, tie your financial goals to closing sales. Being average is a failing formula. Sorry, being average is a failing formula. Being average is a failing formula. Financial goals are tied in with what you want out of this life. When your financial needs are clear, you will find yourself closing more sales. Last but not least for this, I know it says 7 secrets, but I only took 6. 6 is train on becoming a closing master. Well, I was blessed by Kathy and the other admins because, excuse me, I'm sweating, it's so hot. Because I was gifted a very nice price. Okay, I'll just say it. $1,200 package. They gave me a $1,200 training because of a lot of stuff that I'm doing right here. They see value in me, and so they offered me that package. I didn't expect it. Like I said yesterday, I don't expect anything. I'm just doing this out of my heart because I genuinely care for not just myself, but I care for a lot of folks who are here who are struggling with certain things. So I figured, hey, why not just add some value, right? And so I guess being consistent constantly, they gave me a wonderful training module that's actually advanced. And if you invest in it for yourself, it's $1,200, and I highly recommend it. But I was gifted that, and I'm so elated because that's Taylor Welch's real secrets to more success. So train on becoming a closing master. That's my next level right now. Great athletes know there is a difference between learning, practicing, performing, and perfecting. Closing is a skill, and it can be developed and crafted with Traffic and Funnels, I put. Don't believe that being a good salesperson takes no effort. Being average takes more effort than being great. Okay? Learn to be great at closing the sale, and you will love sales more. And then Hump Day, I talked about listening skills. What is active listening? Excuse the background noise. I'm at I live in the city. What is active listening? Number 1, truly listen to the prospect by observing auditory, visual, and physical clues, as well as the prospect words. A salesperson can truly begin to understand the plight of their prospects and themselves in the buyer's shoes. This type of listening can make a huge difference by encouraging prospects to open up more, fostering trust and commitment. Ignore distractions, stop worrying about what to say next, and really pay attention. Okay? Number 2, feedback what you just heard back to the prospect. Repeat what you heard verbatim. However, do not use this approach too much, because then you will really sound like you're a parrot, and then they're not going to like that. Okay? The second portion of number 2 is paraphrase what you heard. By paraphrasing, you can condense what really what they really said into something more concise, okay? The third is put what you heard into your own words, showing prospect a framework from understanding situations like theirs and emphasize their struggle. Don't drift too far from their language or use big words without explaining them. Okay, number 3, confirm that you've heard them correctly. After paraphrasing, simply ask, did I communicate that effectively? Or you can ask, do you believe I understand what you have shared with me? Right? Now, if the answer is no, then you ask them, could you clarify for me what I've missed or got wrong? By repeating what the person has said and confirming that you're on the same page, confirmation bias starts to form and trust begins to develop. Number 4, ask a relevant follow-up question, okay? Ask open-ended question that encourages your prospect to share more about their goals, challenges, and current plans. Ask the right questions, prospects might come to the right, so if you ask the right questions, right, prospects might come to the right conclusions themselves, okay? They might conclude that your solution is the right one. Getting the prospect thinking critically out loud about their situation, you stand a better chance to uncovering reasons they will or will not buy from you. And that was it. Okay, so I just want to briefly thank Duncan McKinley, Anthony Raddick, P.T. Brooks, Inner Circle, Andrew Rodriguez, Michael Redman, Inner Circle, Ryan Childs, Inner Circle, Samantha Seal, Donald Majica, Melissa Grooms, Rinaldas Viticus, Kevin Lindahl, Jason Diaz, Dre Satil, and John Vick. He said, water. Thank you all for, staying with me here and just doing the recap Friday. I'm going to just say 1 or 2 bullets for the my affirmation. I did this already, but I like to do it with you. Okay? And I'm just going to say this one. I easily and quickly learn the lessons life presents me with. A setback, struggle, or failure to me is still a win and a step forward. I feel at ease, happy, and confident. Okay? And I have a keen capacity to learn new skills that support my success. I am a quick learner and quickly rise to the top of any field which I choose to play. I feel gifted and entitled. I don't want to keep more of your time. I thank you so much for tuning in with me. I will see you, Lord willing, Monday. Okay, and I apologize for canceling my 8 o'clock role play. I have to work this morning, so I apologize. If you're seeing this, please forgive me. We will reschedule, but I have to work. All right, you guys, it's Recap Friday, and I'm leaving you today. Woo! Have a good one.